waiver because I'm advocating for CTE to expand the curriculum, to expand the career opportunities for our students. One size fits all does not work for our students, and I lived that in my own life as an IB kid, having a little brother who had to get an IEP and a 504. So I know for a fact one size fits all does not work for curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you for both records. Johnson Floyd at the University of Chicago. My question is for the candidates that are here this evening. Thank you. How many of you are endorsed by CTU? Local 1600 and SCW. And if so, how much money have you put on YouTube?
Get your notepad. Get your notepad. Check the D2.
On the D2, as well as, a public record, CTU, $115,000. As it relates to any of the unions, haven't had any cash, but more in-kind services that are provided for any of our labor movements, other than that I'm getting from family and friends and those members of congregations in the 10th District and in the city of Chicago to support my candidacy.
Okay.
There's over 35,000 teachers that CTU represents. And SEIU Local 73 represents custodial workers that work with our kids and keep our schools clean and maintained. There's several interests and values that I have aligned with CTU, like fully funding our public schools, making sure that we have upgraded school facilities so that our buildings don't have mold, asbestos, and lead, making sure that we have a social worker in every school, a special education case manager in every school. I used to be a bilingual educator, a middle school math teacher. I care about expanding access to dual language programs, and I was endorsed because of my track record and my experience following that vision that every kid in our city gets high quality education for reality. But I'm committed to remaining independent in my views and my values. Just because I'm receiving in-kind support from CTU or from any entity doesn't mean that I'm going to change my opinions or my beliefs. I've had the opinions that I've had before my endorsement, I'll have them after my endorsement, and when I'm on the board, I will remain independent. So I think the total is probably similar to Reverend Jones. I think upwards of $80,000 or $100,000. But that's all in kind. So I don't see where that money goes from.
I'm just gonna, can I just say this?
Oh, it's not a debate. Who is it?
Anybody else? Yes, everybody.
Oh.
And standing all day. And look, I'm standing all. Just CTU? I thought they wanted all points. Well, since I'm standing, and I have a mic, thank you all. Thank you. The people want to know. So, I am not being backed by CTU. I received $0. Now, in full transparency, because I said accountability through transparency, 2 years ago when I ran for state senator in the 16th district, CTU, along with probably 90% of the unions in this state, did support me. But in this race, as an independent candidate, I have received no money or endorsements from CTU. On the flip side, I have received no money, no endorsement, no help or anything from the Illinois Network of Charter Schools, INS. So when we talk about an independent candidate, that's truly who I am. And that's truly who I will be. So somebody said, well, why don't you been standing all night? And I'm going to keep standing for our kids. Thank you.
Ooh, y'all see what's up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Next question.
So good evening, everyone. I'm here to represent my grandchildren. Yes, I'm a grandma. I'm very proud of it. Anytime someone can set my grandchildren soul on fire, lets me know that I'm on the right path. I have a 2-year-old that I represent today. My question is, when we talk about our students and parents and community, they need healing. And when we talk about healing, we talk about how we can do it in a holistic way. Because no one's talking about the needs of the community and the parents and the support that they're going to need to be able to continue to get our students to get enthusiastic to go to school. I've only experienced that one time in my life, and that's why I'm. How can you, what are we doing to provide the parents and the students the feeling they need to be motivated to go to school? Because when we talk about kids committing suicide at grade school level, high school level, college level, no one is addressing that. We're talking about the violence that goes on in our schools and how our children are being criminalized. No one's talking about that. We're talking about how Flint, Michigan was exposed, which I did go for 4 years.
You have to keep the question down to 30 seconds.
What are we doing to address the healing that the parents and the students need instead of labeling them?
All right, thank you.
To anyone that wants to.
You have to address it to a specific thing. Anybody want?
Whoever wants to.
Thank you for that question. One of the things that has been sort of a catchphrase in education lately is restorative justice. Restorative justice, I'm a restorative justice practitioner, have been for the last probably 8 years. Restorative justice is not just a way to address discipline. It's not just a way to address the bad humans. Restorative justice is a culture that the schools, communities, the district must embody. It addresses healing. And one of the things that I asked the chief and the CEO very early on is how we intend to address the trauma and harm that's been caused to our communities due to school closings. The buildings that are still sitting empty, that our babies have to walk past every day. The disinvestment that continues. And they didn't have a plan. And so one of the things that I am advocating for is one, to recreate some of the wins that we had with our closed buildings, like the Earl School in Inglewood. And some of the restorative practices that we herald in schools, we start at the district level. Start by apologizing. We were wrong. We didn't get this right. We have enough data now to say we didn't get the outcomes that we thought we were going to get from closing 50 schools, not financially or academically.
We would ask the candidates, we ask a specific question. If you're in that district, ask the candidate in that district, if you don't mind. Go ahead.
My name is Anna. I live in the South Shore, which is the 10th district. And I have a specific question for the Reverend Dr. Jones, whose I received many flags. So my very specific question to you is, do you support the short-term loan for CPS? If your answer is yes, what do you know about short-term loans? How that will, justify more debts that are already present in the system?
Thank you. My answer is no, and the reason why my answer is no, and you're recording this, right? My answer is no, because it's short-term. There are other things that we can do. I'm sorry. There are other things that we need to explore.
Christine.
Yeah, we need to go to our legislators. We need to make sure that I'm an organizer. I think we need to get ourselves together and go back to Springfield and talk to them about the monies that we should have. I think that we should take a look at some of the other things that are necessary in order to bring income in to the schools.
I think we're closing out now with Senator Sims, is that right?
And while the senator is coming to the mic and going to give us his very blessed closing, let's give our candidates a
Woo! Yeah!
You always know great minds think alike, so I appreciate that. That's exactly where I was going to go, because this is not easy. It's not easy to sit here and lay out your platform for the community, but I want to thank all of you for doing that. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Woo! Yeah. Run fast. Shay Rhinefest for District 10.
But I would be remiss if I didn't.
One of my teachers from Olive Harvey, one of my professors.
But you're coming through to the end.
I think he gave me a D.
You all another round of applause.
It might have been a C.
I would be remiss if I did not thank our amazing partners. The Far South Side CAT, and all of our partners for making tonight, Chicago State University, and all of our partners, for making tonight so successful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll do another round of applause.
Woo! Yeah.
On February 22nd, 2013, I introduced House Bill 2793. House Bill 2793 calls for moving away from an appointed school board to a fully elected school board. That was in 2013. We are now on the precipice of having an elected school board.
Woo!
But that was, I would love to take the credit for that, but I cannot. The credit belongs to this community. The credit belongs to this community because that idea, and I would say to all of our board members tonight, you have our community to thank for that. Because as my education advisory committee came together, many of the members who were sitting in this room, Dr. Palmer and Dr. Gano and Sharon Banks Pincham, they came together, we talked about what would improve the quality of our schools. And now from those discussions came House Bill 2793, which would call for a fully elected school board. Now, we are here. Now, what I would also say to everybody in this room, because that camera was rolling and we were taping this.
Oh, is we not taping
I
it no
saw a
more?
number of cameras going off tonight. To the candidates who said, I will be back, we will be watching.
Tell it again,
Woo!
So I have said this, and I'm gonna take off my state senator hat for a moment and put on my committeeman's hat for a moment.
All right now.
Where I said this to those of you who attended the 6th Ward Democratic Organization meeting. You heard me say this. I don't want you to tell me what you are going to do. I want you to show me.
That's right.
I lived in Missouri for a while. I'm from Missouri. My wife was born in the show me state. Don't tell me, show me. And as we said in the 6th Ward Democratic Organization, don't just show up once, show up all the time. We want you to be held accountable. We want you accountable. We want you engaged. If you made us promises tonight, we want to see those promises lived through and worked through. Okay? So, and with that, again, I still got my committeeman hat on. October 30th. This is one of, y'all have to bear with me. I know I stand between y'all and the door, but that's what we're doing. This is one of the most consequential elections of our time. Don't be fooled.
That's right.
Don't be fooled. Now, the presidential election, it is absolutely critical that we be involved and engaged at the presidential level. Because if we give away our freedoms, shame on us. So what I am asking all of you, show up on October 30th at 8235 South Princeton. That will be our Get Out the Vote rally as we prepare for Election Day on November 5th. So show up with us because we're going to be getting ready. We're going to be strategizing about how we cover precincts. We're going to be strategizing about how we communicate with voters. We're going to be strategizing on how we make sure that people who need rides to the polls get them. So if you are willing to help, the 6th Ward Democratic Organization, the Democrats of the 6th Ward want you there with us. So on October 30th, 6 p.m., show up 8235 South Princeton because we want you there. We want you to help. I would be remiss if I did not thank all of you for being here tonight. But if also for our deputy registrars who are in the audience, please raise your hand from the Democrats of the 6th Ward if you are one of our members of our deputy registrar team. If you are not registered to vote, one of the things that I take very seriously, recently I had the opportunity to venture to Alabama. I had never been to Alabama before in my life. Frankly, because I had never had a reason to go. But I ventured to Alabama and I walked again on hollow ground in Selma, in Birmingham. I walked around the property of 16th Street Baptist Church. Montgomery, I walked on hallowed ground. And also, when I was in Selma, walking across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, I walked to the National Voters' Rights Museum. If, for those of us who are in this room, we know how hard it has been to obtain the right to vote.
Right. Yeah.
Please don't take it for granted.
That's right.
Please don't take it for granted.
Woo!
For our candidates, when you become board members, one of the pieces of legislation that I am most proud of passing in my legislative career, I think I've had some pretty great wins in my legislative career. But one of the things that I am most proud of is making sure that young people who are high school age students, who are eligible to vote, have the opportunity to go from school to vote. Now, when we fought for that bill, we passed that legislation in Springfield. My friends on the other side of the aisle attacked the legislation. They said it wasn't necessary. They said it wasn't needed. But the young people who were there, the strength of the young people who were there, it renewed the fire that's in me to continue to fight for them. And as I saw the young person who sat there and watched these 17 and 18-year-old kids be attacked by men in their 50s and 60s. One of those young women who had tears in her eyes as we walked out of the committee room, she said, after she answered the questions with tremendous grace and grace under pressure, she walked outside of the committee room. She turned to me, she said, Senator, why don't they want us to vote? I said, I want and I need you to remember this feeling. That's why you need to vote in every election, every time there's a ballot. Don't just stop at the president, go up and down the ballot, because each and every one of those races has an impact. I heard one of the candidates mention that tonight. The work that you do impacts whether my kids are grown and away in school, or they are in the midst of their educational careers. The work and the decisions that you are going to make directly impact me and my family. So I want each one of you to remember the tremendous honor that you are trying to take. So we will lift you up, but we will also hold you accountable. All right? Thank you so much for everyone for being here. I appreciate you. Again, thank you. We know you could have been other places, but you were here with us tonight.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody have a great evening.
Woo! Great answer, Lamont. Great answer, Great answers, Mr. Andre. Thank you.
Good job. All right, I gave Sharon your
Big.
card. So, yeah, she said
Takara. Great answers. Thank y'all. Good luck. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to everybody. You too. I'm a Chicago State alumni, but I'm a Harlan Community Academy graduate in 2009. Olive Harvey transfer student.
I transferred here from Olive Harvey.
Oh, okay.
I sure did. I was in student government in 2002.
I ran, I got the signatures. They hated on me, no debate. I had flyers ready to campaign. Whatever higher administrators didn't want me to run. I don't know. It was a little discouraged. I graduated now. I'm an intern at the state's attorney's office.
But you're here now, right?
No, I graduated in May. I'm first gen. But I ran for student government. I attempted to. it was some hating going on, but
Now you at the real government. That's where
I
you
am.
at now. Okay,
I am
okay.
though. Good luck, Miss
Okay,
Danielle.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, we get out of here. Holler at my old teacher. Take care. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
But you know. Good to see you. Are you still teaching? And